Hello, we are now going to talk about the model management area. This area is a central point for organizing, uploading, and activating the BIM models that will be viewed and coordinated within your project. To get started, you should access the Explorer or Collaboration module within your active project. To do this, simply go to the top menu and select the desired module. To access model management, simply go to the right side menu. And here you will find the options to access model management. Access the filters area, access the properties area, or the go to room area. Here on the main screen of Model Management, you are provided with the convenient option to access the Model Management tab, Version Management, Upload, and also the direct connection with the CDM. BIM Workplace supports 4 methods for uploading files. One of them is through your own personal computer, where you can drag and then drop files such as PFC, RBT, NWC, or others directly. You also have the option to connect with an external CDE and thus import models directly from BIM 360 or Autodesk Construction Cloud. In addition, you also have the convenient alternative option to upload through the Revit plugin. This is a highly efficient and streamlined method that uploads the model directly from Revit through our plugin. For more information about uploading Revit models through the plugin, you can easily access and explore our Revit plugin module. Additionally, you also have the option to access your project files directly from the BIM Workplace CDE, which means that you can federate models already hosted within the CDE of our platform. In this instructional video, we are going to show you how to upload your files using 2 distinct methods. The first is through ABUpload, uploading a model directly from your local computer storage, and the second is through the BIM Workplace CDE. So let's go ahead and now upload a file directly from our computer locally. Just access the folder and select the file. You can select and drag the file into BIM Workplace. Once that's done, just click the Continue button. Now, in the designated information area, we can choose whether this model is a brand new model or a version of an already existing model. In this case, the name of the model would appear here and you could select it. We will look at this a little later on, when we version some of our models. In this specific case, it's a new model, so simply click on the Import button and wait for it to finish uploading. We can see that our model has been partially uploaded, but it is not yet fully loaded. 3D visualization or data extraction and viewing are not enabled yet. Before we activate this visualization and data extraction, we are going to access the CDE tab. And through the CDE, we are going to upload one more file. To do this, simply click on the file you want to federate and, in the menu located at the top, click the Federate button. As we can clearly observe, the model was federated successfully. And now, when we return to our collaboration area and access the model management section, the model we brought directly from our CDE is completely ready to be utilized. To view and extract data from the model, it's not enough to just upload the model into the CDE. You will need to navigate to and open the Version Management tab. And right here, through the top navigation menu, you should select the specific models you want to work with and activate their latest version. Or, in the case of a first version, you can select a model and click the button to activate the version. And now, returning once again to model management. Our three-dimensional model is currently being loaded for use. Let's return back to version management. To do this with the original IFC file that we uploaded. So, I'm going to select the file, and I'm going to activate its latest version. Activation was completed successfully. The IFC file has already been loaded. And for us to view it, just click the 3D model visualization button, and now the model has been loaded. To be able to generate a data extraction, you need to go back to version management. Select the file from which you want to extract the data to work with. And from the top menu, in the Model Data Extraction area, you should click the button. Currently, we see an error message, because we still need the 3D model that is being loaded to finish its loading process. So, let's wait for the process. Now, with the files fully loaded, we can also activate the 3D version of the model that we brought directly from the CDE. Back in version management, we can select the specific file we want, extract the necessary data, and click the Extract Data button. Once that's done, just go back to Model Management. And here we can see the status of the data extraction. Positioned right below the Model Management tab, we also have full access to the Filters tab. Beam Workplace offers you 4 ways to filter your model. The first option is the hierarchical filter. The hierarchy filter works based on the structure of the model. So, here we have the 2 projects. Let's imagine I only want to view the individual architecture file. I'll leave only it selected. Here I have the option to display the entire model or only the specific parts I want to show, such as, in this particular case, the windows. Once that's done, just click Apply, and only the windows of the project will be displayed here in the 3D model. I can conveniently save this filter through the Saved 3D Filters tab by clicking the plus button and then entering a unique name for this filter. After that process is complete, I just need to click the Save button, and I can set this filter as either private or public. Now, I can go back to the Filters area. It also allows you to create filters by levels. Here, you can choose and select the specific model you want to examine in detail, and also which level of the model you want to visualize. You also have the option to save this filter. Just go to the Saved 3D Filters tab and create a new filter. Back in the Filters tab, we also have the option to create manual filters. The manual filter is ideal for quick adjustments. With it, you can select one or more elements through your 3D model. After you have completed that step, you should click on the plus icon button to add these elements to the filter rule. Now, just carefully select all of the individual objects you want to appear in the filter and click the Apply button. To save this filter, you can simply navigate to the Save 3D Filters tab and create a brand new filter. In this way, you can generate a 3D filter specifically for the elements you want. We also have the option for a conditional filter. The conditional filter is a tool that allows you to add rules to your filters. You can set a logical operator, either or and. And that's how you start creating a set of rules. For example, let's remove all the filters we created earlier. Now, back to the specific custom filters. Let's create a filter based on the current work plane. So, we need to select a field. In this case, let's choose the work plane. We need to select the option for equals, not equals, contains, starts with, ends with, and other options. Here, we'll leave it as equals. And here I'll select the attribute we already have, which is related to the floor. I'm going to add one more condition, also based on the work plane. And now, we can select a different level. Here we need to decide if it's an AND or OR condition. Once that's done, just click the Apply button. We now have the result of our filter. So let's return now once again to the model management area. With the filters successfully removed, let's learn how to add a new version of your model. Here we have that IFC model that I uploaded earlier. And now I want to add a new version. In this case, I'm going to create version 2. For that, it's very simple. I just need to go to the upload area. Now, I'm going to select the file. It should have the same name as the file I uploaded earlier. So I'll select the file and drag it. Click the Continue button, and you can see that automatically. The system has already recognized that this file is a new version of an existing file. If you don't want to version the file but instead want to upload a new model, just select the New Model option, like we did the first time. So since it has already identified it, I'll just keep it as is, click the Import button, and wait for it to load. Once that's done, now in the version management area, you can see the options. We can see that we have 2 versions of this IFC file. Now that we have the second version included, let's talk a bit more about the appearance of model management. Through the version area, let's see how version management is done. You have the convenient option to select all models, or just a single model for you to view on this page. This is beneficial and efficient for projects that have many files. So, you can filter the file and then select exactly which version you want to use. You can also perform this search using the available search bar. So here we have access to the file name. Through the Active column, you can check whether this model is activated or not within the workplace. Since we just added version 2 and we haven't gone through the activation process yet, here, we can see exactly which 3D view is enabled in our project and we can change it. This 3D tab allows us to know whether the 3D visualization has already been loaded onto our platform. And here we can also see the status of the data, whether it has been loaded and also if it has already been activated on our platform. We also have the option to see the date when these models were added. To activate our new version of the IFC file, we are going to select the version and click the Activate button. Automatically, the old version was deactivated, and now, in the 3D model, only the new version is showing for us. To extract the data from this new version, you need to go to the top menu and click the button to extract model data. And wait for it to load. Now let's go ahead and access the model management area. In here we also have access to the same tabs. We can verify and check which model version we are currently using, which 3D version we are using, the status of the 3D loading, and the status of the data loading process. And we also have the option to add these models. We also have the option to categorize these models. For example, I can place the architectural model in the architecture area, and the industry foundation classes model, which is a structural model, can be added to the main structure area. It's also possible to add model comments. You can write any comment you like. And this comment is now linked to the model. Back in the specific version management area, we have the option to simply press F5, that is, refresh the current loading of our models using the refresh button. We also have the option to download the original model, or permanently delete it from the model management interface. In the column view button, we have the option to enable or disable certain columns. Additionally, we have the option to export an Excel file with the data from our models. It is particularly important for you to note that any changes made within model management for viewing purposes will not affect the view within the Explorer module in any manner. To put it in another way, if you are using the collaboration module, as we are, and implement specific modifications here through model management, these view changes will only be visible and accessible in the collaboration module. Once you access the Explorer module, you will also need to manually enable the versions, enable the 3D views, and so on. Through the model management area, it is also possible to utilize the manual refresh button to update the data, or the column editing button. And it's also possible to export to Excel. Let's also talk a bit more about these project properties. In the properties area within collaboration, you can select and in this way, you can see all the available information at the instance level and at the specific type level. Finally, you also have access to the Gotorum area. And here you can navigate through different areas of the project. In this case, we are inside HAL, and we are able to navigate within the project. For more information about the Gotorum navigation system, just access the 3D visualization module. Model management, seamlessly integrated with the advanced tools of the viewer, offers comprehensive and total control over the data and geometry of BIM models. From initial uploading and versioning, to analysis through the dedicated properties area.